Hello, my friend. This is Dr. Terry. Today we are April the 5th, 2019. And we're going to have a little bit more of cosmic information coming your way. First, let's talk about President Trump and the prediction that I made for him, his colleagues, and his family. Because of his greed always means a lot of money, because President Trump, from what I heard, don't smoke, don't drink. He's got a very perfect virginal type of life, and this scene seems to be more greed. So that is a very serious infestation, obviously, because people will do anything to get what they want, and what they want is money and power. All right, now the reptilians tend to help a lot of their own infected children to gain to that position of power. But you know what? It doesn't mean they're going to be able to keep it for as long as they think. So I wrote two quatrains today. One for President Trump that will give you a timing to when he will have to be forced into his karma. And the other one is for Mr. Joe Biden, who instead of apologizing for his inner abusive, deceptive sexual attraction to puritanical children, pure children, if I may use that. I'm not sure if you read the letter associated to the video I made yesterday about his case, but it's important to understand that in his wishes house he is a Virgo, so anything that's pure and young is naturally attracted to it. And because his tail of the dragon is in the fifth house, which is the seat of attraction between human beings, the area of love, romance, and creativity, he is very, very repellent. And only a talisman will work for people who have this type of celestial affliction and are repellent and cannot find love. So there's a way to go against the missing parts in your UCI or in your chart. So I wrote also a timed quatrain for Mr. Biden, but it's important to never ever forget, people, that anything that transpires during any of my SOS to the world plutonic window will always affect you for the rest of your life. This is why it's very important to be very cautious of what you say, of what you do, where you go during this type of SOS to the world window. And most of all, auto-analyze yourself. So it's like me. This type of plutonic window brings insurance secret to the lights. So I had to deal with some insurance legalization that I had because of my hip and my back, which are still messing me up. But happily, even though that I'm not for traditional medicine and pain cure, I've never heard of somebody being able to regrow a limb or regrow my teeth, and without two very powerful, smart, educated doctors, oncologists, I'll be dead today. So it's very important to realize your limit as far as natural health is concerned. There will be a situation during your existence where surgery will be simply unavoidable, totally unavoidable. So be smart, seek help with a traditional educated doctor when time comes. Me, I'm a soul doctor. I dwell with the superconscious in time and space, because all diseases are coming from a blockage. It's something that is messing you up, and that also affects the atomic structure of your body, and that opens the door to depression. There goes the reptilians again, and next thing you know, you catch cancer. So my work as a soul doctor is to make sure this does not happen to you, because been there through that, and I understand why I got cancer or why I become deaf. I'll explain all that in previous radio show, video show, TV shows, and even in those YouTube tapings. So it's important for you to pay attention. Again, I will never stop telling you to go back and listen to all those YouTube videos that I did and read all the newsletters so you can gather more cosmic consciousness. Now, in the news, we have all sorts of things taking place, and it's very important for you to mention. You got to be very careful with animals currently during a Plutonic SOS to the world deadly window. It happens all the time. There are people at the circus, and I put a couple of videos for you to check on that Cosmic Code newsletter today, to realize that animals are under the jurisdiction of the stars, which are also manipulated by the reptilians. All the reptilians wants to do is to create fear, is to kill human beings. So those animals are very responsible. That's where dogs go crazy and where people will attack and kill people, because they're already designed by nature to be very aggressive and very protective. Now, try dealing with a lion in a cage. All right, so just check those videos and be very cautious around animals, okay? During a negative Plutonic window, be careful who you talk to, where you're going. Don't go in places where it's dark, where you have never been before, because you know, Satan children or the reptilians and infected lost souls are going to become very, very active. So during this SOS to the world window, be very cautious. And if you can, order your own SOS to the world deadly window, so you'll know all throughout the year when those cosmic winds are going to work for you or against you. Remember, knowledge is power. Ignorance is evil. You got to be cautious. There is no way around it, okay? The more you educate yourself, the more power to you. Now, again, in reference to healing, I just did a reading with a physician, a very smart guy. There's a lot of Scorpio in his chart. All his life, all he did is to heal people, is to do everything he can as a doctor. And I look at his chart, he was born with Saturn, which is the fear principle, the great malefic, into the sign of Leo. And I told him, the main reason why you became a physician is to fight the subconscious fear of death and disease. Much of the people who want to become physicians, the doctors, so to speak, they want to help you. They're going to do the best they can to help you, and all is done through their traditional education. But it's important to understand that science doesn't have all the information, and that's why doctors and the PhDs who in America and the little cancer research surgery knock at my door, because they are my age, yet they still don't have the golden keys what it means to be human. So there is a cannot, you know, like I did with Baden, I'm not going to talk about my clients' private readings, but I think it's important for you to know that those doctors, particularly this very smart client of mine, knew his limitation as far as chemicals are concerned. However, believe me, if I have a huge headache or too much pain, I'm glad those medications are available, because sometimes I can't sleep. And as I said earlier, you know, there are times in your life where you're going to decay. I'm 69 years old. I might not, you know, look like, but believe me, my back and falling a few months ago on my hip didn't help my situation. You know, when I was a kid, I could fall 20 feet, go right up and run again. Different when you get a certain age. So at that point, I am sure I would have to go through surgery. I'm doing all that I can to avoid it, but you know, if the pain persists, I will have to go through life. And if the pain disappears, so I can only bless the doctors and the surgeon are going to take care of me again to make me having a better life. Because you know, I had to cancel my last conference in Los Angeles, and I have another one coming up in Las Vegas, and I'm going to be able to fulfill my commitment. And then I know by the time October we'll be there, and early next year I'll be able to go on my UFO cruise in Australia and wherever I'm going to be going. So, you know, this is life. You know, you got to keep the positive attitude. Of course, I have my own secret on how to stay young. And I'm going to give that to you here. No, it can't be done that way. I have to dig into your subconscious. I have to look at your metabolism. I have to look at all the planet to see what is the best way for you to avoid problems. Because once the nefarious disease is spread in your body, and you got an infection, you got to use those chemicals. And if you have cancer, like I did again, you have to burn it, cut it off, do something, whatever it takes, so you can hang around on Earth a little bit longer. Okay, so it's good to be critical, but it's not good to be a perfectionist on this Earth, because perfection do not exist. Listen to your intuition. You know, and if you want to go through a massage with somebody, you got to be conscious. This person may not have your best interest at heart, and this person doesn't even know it. Okay, you listen to your intuition. If you don't feel that person connects with you, don't let that person touch you, because now his battery or her battery are going to suck from your own. You know, you cannot do things when you feel like. You cannot do things with anybody because you think you're going to gain from it. Very often it's the opposite, because you lack cosmic consciousness. And that's what I'm all about. I'm all about teaching you the secret of what it means to be human, and own the keys of what it means to be human, and do what I do, like any other of my students are able to do. You know, there's no secret here. It's all about education. Okay. All right. So again, my good friend, as always, there is a very interesting newsletter associated with this YouTube video. Take the time to digest it. Make sure to read and keep up with the prediction by going to that George Norrie predictions, which is on my website, drcherry.com. And I really, really hope you're gonna join me in that UFO cruise in October, so I can really show you the power imparted by Draco's channeling and the ability he left me with to do, you know, miracle. But I won't regrow them, I won't change your teeth, but I certainly will tell you what not to do to avoid breaking your leg, being at the wrong time, at the wrong place, and allows the reptilians to infest you and become part of the statistics. So that is for today, my friends. So I will take this opportunity one more time to wish every one of you a fantastic day. In fact, make it a good day. I'm going to make it a good day. I'm going to go fishing now. Goodbye, everybody.